Excuse me. Hey, what are you doing? Thank you. Keep to areas A, B, and E. I don't want any interference with the video team. I know who you're looking for. They're right downstairs.
The Wedding Planner is a romantic comedy film released in 2001, directed by Adam Shankman and starring Jennifer Lopez and Matthew McConaughey. The movie follows the story of a dedicated wedding planner who finds herself falling for a charming doctor, only to discover that he's the groom in the biggest wedding of her career. Ambitious San Francisco wedding planner Mary Fiora is excellent at what she does. When it comes to weddings, she knows the ins and outs and manages to pull off smooth, non-chaotic weddings for her clients. One day while playing Scrabble, Mary is reintroduced to childhood acquaintance Massimo by her father Sylvester, who wants them to marry.
The last time I see you, you were scrawny and ugly, and your head was too big for your body.
How nice. Thank you.
Oh, prego. You're welcome. I look forward to our life together. I want 3 sons and a garden of tomatoes.
Okay then.
Tomatoes, tomatoes.
Maria, wait! Maria!
At work, hoping to persuade her boss Jerry to make her a partner at their company, Mary is hired to plan catering heiress friend Donnelly's society wedding to long-term boyfriend Eddie. While reporting her success to her colleague Penny on the phone, Mary's shoe heel gets stuck in a manhole cover. As she struggles to free herself, a taxicab collides with a dumpster that comes hurling towards her. A nearby man pulls her out of the way of the speeding dumpster just in time.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
I'm great.
Okay.
Where's my shoe?
Your shoe. You got it right here. Okay, now talk to me. How are you feeling? You experiencing any dizziness, nausea, difficulty breathing?
The breathing thing rings a bell. Then again, you are on top of me cutting off my air supply.
Your mental clarity is excellent. That's good. It's good.
Waking up in the hospital, Mary meets her rescuer, pediatrician Steve Edison. Penny then shows up to check on Mary and invites Steve to attend an outdoor movie with them, but makes an excuse to leave the pair alone together. Mary and Steve spend the night getting acquainted and dances to an alfresco screening of 2 tickets to Broadway, but are interrupted by a heavy downpour before they can kiss. At a dance lesson with a client, Mary encounters Fran, who introduces her to her fiancé, Eddie.
Eddie, come here. I want you to meet the wedding planner. The 2 most important people in my life set eyes on one another. Eddie, this is Mary, the wedding planner. Mary, this is my fiancé, Eddie. Hi.
Hi.
Mary, are you okay? Yep. Good.
Fran receives a phone call and leaves them to dance together. And Mary angrily rebukes Steve for leading her on behind Fran's back. She tells Penny she can't do the wedding, but Penny reminds her that her career is more important than her feeling and persuades her to continue planning Fran and Steve's wedding. On a visit to a potential wedding venue in Maple Valley, Massimo appears and, to Mary's horror, introduces himself as her fiancé.
What?
You're her fiance. Buongiorno. I'm Massimo. I'm Steve.
And I'm Fran. And, oh my God, Mary, I cannot believe you didn't tell us you were engaged.
I can't either.
Larry, you're engaged. That's marvelous. After all the weddings we've done together, and now finally, it's your turn.
And I'm a fiance.
Oh, congratulations.
They all end up spending the day together. While riding through the estate with Fran's parents, Mrs. Donnelly's singing frightens Mary's horse. Steve rescues Mary again and admonishes her for condemning his actions when she was also engaged. At home, Mary scolds her father for trying to set her up with Massimo. Sylvester reveals that his marriage to her mother, which Mary has viewed as the perfect relationship, was arranged and only became a loving relationship months later, leaving Mary conflicted.
A deeper love than I could ever hope for. So give Massimo a chance. Maybe you don't like him now, but maybe you might love him later. I should have told you about your mother and I a long time ago. Maybe then you'd feel differently about love.
I don't feel anything about love.
While visiting another potential venue, Fran reveals that she is going on a week-long business trip and leaves Mary and Steve to continue preparations. They apologize for their angry words and soon become friends. They run into Wendy and Keith, who Mary reveals was once her fiancé until she caught him cheating with Wendy on the night of their rehearsal dinner. Intoxicated and struggling to get into her apartment, Mary breaks down, lamenting that Keith is married and expecting a baby while she is alone and miserable. Steve gets Mary inside and comforts her as she sobers up, insisting that Keith was a fool to pick Wendy over her. Steve leaves but quickly returns and confesses to Mary that he doesn't know much about her, and even though they just met, but
I know the curves of your face. And I know every fleck of gold in your eyes. And I know that night in the park was the best time I've ever had.
she replies that she respects Fran too much to let anything happen between them and sends Steve away. Fran confesses to Mary that she's unsure if she's still in love with Steve. Ignoring her own heart, Mary convinces Fran to continue with the wedding. At a birthday party, Massimo offers Mary a heartfelt proposal, and she reluctantly accepts. The two couple prepares for their respective weddings. Leaving Penny to coordinate the Donnelly wedding, Mary goes to marry Massimo at the town hall. Steve asks Fran if they're doing the right thing, and she admits that she does not want to get married. They part amicably, Fran leaving to enjoy their honeymoon alone. Penny reveals Mary's marriage plans to Steve, and he rushes to stop her. At the town hall, Massimo and Mary prepares to marry, but her father stops the ceremony, realizing the wedding is not what Mary wants.
And you didn't get married. She's not married.
She does not love me. She loves you, Steve. I could never forgive myself if ever I got in the way of Mary's true love.
Well, who the hell are you?
I'm Steve.
It's Steve. He's the one.
I'm
He's
the doctor. I'm in love
Wait
with
a minute!
Mary.
Wait a minute!
Yes.
Hold the phone! You mean to tell me you love her and she loves you and neither of you got married today?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Then what the hell are you standing around talking to us for?
I don't know. Where is she? Where is Mary? Somebody take me to Mary. Let's go. Come on.
I like him.
Steve and Massimo rides off on Massimo's scooter to the park, where another outdoor movie is starting. Steve finds Mary, asks her to dance, and they kiss. The Wedding Planner is a charming and lighthearted film that explores themes of love, destiny, and the balance between professional duty and personal happiness. The chemistry between Jennifer Lopez and Matthew McConaughey adds to the film's appeal, making it a beloved romantic comedy. 接下来我们来揭晓今天的学习内容。The phrase ring a bell is an idiomatic expression that means something sounds familiar or reminds someone of something they have heard or seen before. It indicates a vague recognition or memory that is triggered by a specific cue. For example, that name rings a bell, but I can't remember where I know it from. The phrase hold the phone is an idiomatic expression used to ask someone to stop and pay attention, or to halt an action or conversation because something surprising, important, or significant has come up. It's often used to express surprise or to interrupt someone in order to reconsider or clarify something. For example, hold the phone. Before we finalize the deal, we need to review the contract one more time. That's it for this episode of Cinephile. You can find more on the Funday website. Let's make every day a fun day.
What are you doing?
I only eat the brown ones.
Because?
Well, because I figure they have less artificial coloring, because chocolate's already brown.
It's very scientific of you, Dr. Steve.
Yes, thank you, Mary.